Welcome to Gold Silver Pros.
Hey everyone, this is 𝙂𝙁𝙏𝙉 from 𝙂𝙁𝙊𝙇𝘍.com, and I'm here out in Mazatlan, Mexico. It is October 13th, 2022, and I've been doing some boots on the groundwork all week long, looking at different silver mining projects, and also looking across the mining complex, looking for opportunities for you. And I think I have one for you, and we're going to go ahead and get that started without further ado. This is an exploration company on a past producing region. It's called Silver Mountain Resources. You can find it on the web at AGMR.ca. You can also find them trading on the Toronto Venture Stock Exchange under ticker AGMR, and on here in the US on the OTCQBs under AGMRF. And the first thing that I wanted to point out is the excellent management team here. This management team comes from South America's most successful mining dynasty. Sprott Capital Partners calls this company one of the most incredible opportunities in the entire stock market. At its current valuation, you're paying about 16 cents an ounce for silver, which is incredibly cheap in today's market. The project is fully permitted and fully funded to production, which is huge. This is not one we're going to have to wait on the mining permits or the funding to come in. All of that has been done, and they're ready to start producing and produce cash flow. One of Wall Street's biggest name, a pension fund manager, is its largest shareholder, and we'll get to that. Let's break down exactly who is invested in this company. We have Sprott, who has a very large position, Franklin Templeton Investments, Merck. Insiders own 24.8%, which is a really good amount. They have 186.4 million shares outstanding. Have 26.8 million in cash, and overall next to no debt, which is really good for a young exploration company. But not only is it a young exploration company, they have a project which is ready to go. Eric Sprott has an incredible career. He's called this an incredible opportunity. Of course, we know him as a billionaire, a mining tycoon, has a passion for natural resources. And one of his biggest passions is silver. His strategies and investment acumen work best in times where there's value in the market. When CPI numbers are grossly high and traditional equities are beginning to lag, we expect to see some sector rotation coming into the precious metals stocks. And with this being one of the worst calendar years since 1932 for the stock market, and the worst year for treasury bonds since 1788, Eric Sprott is actively searching for high quality bargains. So we're on the same page. Warren Buffett's annualized returns have been 19% per annum, and you can see how compounding at 23% per annum basis made Eric Sprott a billionaire. He's a big player in the space. I want to also talk to you about Franklin Templeton. In April 2007, Franklin Resources was 445th in the Fortune 500 and 7th overall among securities companies. That same month, USA Today listed their stock as the top pick for the last 25 years. In February 2009, Barron's magazine called Franklin Templeton King of the Decade among the fund families over a 10-year period ending in 2008. This is a royalty firm on Wall Street, basically. It's a global brand name, and they own 10 million shares of this silver miner. They have made a big play into it, and that is a big endorsement for a company that has a past producing project. Let's get into those details. They're fully funded silver developer, 20 million in cash, debt-free, 100% owned asset in the historic mining district of Castro Virreyna. Ongoing exploration plan of 40,000 meters drill holes. They have a proven mining track record, good operations team. So far, M&I, they have 14.6 million silver equivalent ounces. They're a heavy silver company. They contain also zinc, lead, and copper. The management team is an excellent one. Alfredo Bazo leads as a president, CEO, and director. He's a civil engineer, project manager, track record in project management, financial analysis, cost control, and strategic planning. He's been with Master Drilling Peru, Buenaventura SA, and others. We have John Pierre Fort, CFO, who has worked in the mining industry in Peru. We also have Torsten Dan, mining exploration leader, 20 years of international experience, former exploration manager at Southern Copper and Nexa Resources, strong experience evaluating multiple targets. I also want to point out the chairman of the board, Jose Vizcarra. He's a president and CEO of 𝙂𝙊 Mining, former executive VP of strategic development for 𝙂𝙊𝙇𝘍 Mining, former head of BD for Minis Beneventura. In addition, I want to point out there's heavy insider buying going on, and we're going to show you that on the screen. Here's just a little excerpt that I pulled out from the records. We have incredible amounts of insider buying going on in the filings, so you know that this company is investing in their own company. They're buying their own product. Management quality, partnering with some of the absolute best, 𝙄𝙊𝙇𝙊𝙍, and the company founded by his grandfather, with a 1.5 billion market capitalization, become an entrepreneur on his own. And he's obviously not going to get into projects that are not quality. And he's partnering with Franklin Templeton and Sprott. Also the 𝙂𝙂𝙊𝙇𝙀𝙍 Merck Trust. These are some of the smartest and savviest investors in the world, specifically in the gold space. It's a third generation mining dynasty that 𝙄𝙊𝙇𝙀𝙊𝙎 is a part of. He's the founder and chairman of this silver developer. And between himself and his family office, they've invested 4.5 million, equal to about 4% of the company. The company owns 80 million equivalent ounces of silver, 16 cents an ounce when you look at the market cap divided by the amount of silver measured and indicated they have in the ground, which is incredibly ridiculous, with silver prices hovering around $19 to $20 US and expected to continue to go higher. As we've been documenting on the channel, all of the silver inventories across the world reserves coming off SLV, COMEX, London market are all reducing the silver that they have as people grab for silver. We know, of course, according to Silver Institute, that we've been in a silver deficit from a mining perspective for now 4 straight years. And so we're looking to replenish those silver inventories as the inventories across the leading exchanges come down, and to get a company that has silver in the ground for 16 cents an ounce is amazing. So this is a project that we wanted to bring to you as I continue to circle around Mexico and examine the rest of the world for silver deposits on boots on the ground, because I believe that silver is going to be one of the biggest asymmetric opportunities, investment opportunities of a lifetime, because of the declining inventories, because of the fact that we can't put enough out from the mines. If you also look at the way that the silver dynamics work from the mining perspective, 72% of silver comes as a byproduct of other mines, copper, lead, zinc, tin, gold, so on and so forth. To find a primary silver mine that has silver this cheap in an established district like Peru is quite amazing. And that's why I'm circumventing the world looking for these silver deposits, hitting the boots on the ground. I think this is a really incredible opportunity. Peru is a great mining district. They have a history of mining here. It is an established area that has produced silver. They have their mining permits. They have the money, they're ready to go. They're basically restarting that. And I wanted to take you to the timeline to show you what that looks like in terms of what their mine plan is and when they intend to produce. So if you look at their strategy, permits and licenses are complete. They're completing their NI 43-101 technical report. Of course, we saw the resources there. They're setting up logistics. And that was 2021. 2022, they've tested mining. They looked at their exploration targets, developed their plan. They're continuing to refurbish their processing plant. And in 2023, they are going to commence production. So the value of this one is you have Sprott, who's a billionaire, the best in the space at picking these. You have 𝙂𝙂𝙊𝙇𝙀𝙊𝙎 Merck. You have Franklin Templeton. You have insiders buying a lot. You have a third generation mining dynasty that's going to look at this, that's going to run this project. And they looked at this project after leaving, 1.5 billion portfolio. You have silver in the ground here at 16 cents an ounce, and you have an incredible opportunity in the stock because it IPO'd. We know all of the precious metal stocks have sold off a little bit in the market liquidation. However, the good news is when you look at the 𝙂𝙊 and the GDX compared to the S&P 500, that we've had a little bit of a breakout. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of sector rotation out of the broad stock market index back into the precious metals equities, and it's perfect timing for this company to get started producing silver in 2023. It's lining up perfectly with the interest coming in. I expect that the generalists are going to start coming in to the precious metals in the next year as well. And I think we'll see that reflected in the mining stocks as well as the precious metals. I think this could be an incredible opportunity for you guys. Again, do your research on this one. I provide a lot of information. Go out to their website and take a look at it. It is simultaneously a company that has an existing resource that could produce, but incredible exploration potential there as well. In a historic silver district by an historic silver mining family in that district that knows it, with people on management team, board of directors who have worked for many other projects across the world. They know what they're doing. And with the endorsement of Sprott and Franklin Templeton, which is basically one of the Wall Street royalty firms. I think you guys will like this. Again, find them on the Toronto Stock Exchange and here in the US markets on the OTCs. And that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys for attending. Let me know your comments in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any questions I can for you. And I'm going to leave here in just a moment, about to jump on a bus to go look at projects, silver projects here in Mexico. We'll continue to bring these projects on the channel. But this one was so exciting because it's coming at just the right time. It's coming at a time when people are getting back into precious metals equities, at a time when people are sector rotating out of the general stock and bond markets, and they're looking for value. And this company is got the backing, the resources, the project to start producing in 2023 with a good amount of silver in the ground, measured and indicated. That is a good quality silver. We're not talking about inferred resources where it needs more drilling. We're talking, we know, have a pretty good idea what those resources are. So take a look at this one, guys, and I'll be back later on the channel with more that I find as I do boots on the ground researching the best silver potential silver companies for you, and silver producers and silver exploration companies. Till next time, this is Rob Kienzl with GoldSilverPros.com.